Hey guys, Father's Day's coming up here pretty quick. And as I myself am a father, I just want to sit back and listen to what you guys have to say about me. I mean, your fathers. And let's just start it off.
I can say you're one of the best fathers I know.
Thank you, Dan. Oh, thank you, man.
Of course, the other one being my own.
Attaboy. Yeah. You're a chip off the old block there, Dan.
That's why we did this, so Alec could be like, let's just talk about me for 5 or 10
He's
minutes.
like, just
me.
heap the praise. Yes,
7,000 points to me.
So, but you want to talk about your father?
I think I've mentioned this before. My father and I, we share a name. So I'm the fourth Alan Atha, and all of the Allens have no middle name. We have that in common. He's been a great dad. He's everything that I look for and respect with other dads as well. Been with my mom from the beginning. I'll tell a story. There was one time, the very first time I was disappointed in my father.
We're going to talk about some Father's Day.
Yeah, I was so mad. There was a rubble pile at the end of our block. A house had come down. This was pre-internet, pre-cell phones, pre-anything, so we were just running amok. We literally had a neighborhood where it was, once the streetlights came on, that's the end of the day. Us neighborhood kids, we were exploring this house, and I was in sandals and shorts, probably no shirt, whatever. I had stepped on a nail. It had gone through my flip-flop.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember my mother being there, and I'm in tears in the alley. My mom's trying to console me, and I was like, no, I need my dad. I need my dad. It must have been my brother or sister had gone to get my dad, who was at the house. So we're in the alley that connects all of the houses. I'm in tears. My mother's trying to console me, and I see my dad walking down the alleyway, and I was like, why isn't he running? And she's like, he's coming, and he's not coming fast enough. My dad's just walking down the alley towards his, sobbing son. And I can remember my mom said, that's the fastest I've seen him walking alongside. He's coming pretty fast.
He's actually sprinting right now.
Yeah, that's another thing that I really appreciate about my dad is he was never quick to panic. A really good, steadfast, doesn't turn his head really fast kind of a thing to whatever's new or what's going on. He's somebody to look up to, and I do.
Cool.
And I got tetanus.
I was going to say, yeah.
If only he'd gotten there sooner.
If you'd only gotten there sooner.
Pulled the nail out. No, I definitely want to. I want to wish my father Happy Father's Day. He's, he's a role model. He's somebody who instilled a great work ethic in me, and I really appreciate, because maybe where we grew up or just background and stuff like that, him giving me like a lot of freedom when I was younger to explore and kind of like you were saying, like be out till the street lights came on and stuff like that. I do want to throw it out to my father-in-law. He passed away when my wife and I first got together, but I know that he was a great father to my wife and to my brother-in-law. So I wish he was still around to hear this and to hear all that stuff. But he was a pretty great guy from the brief amount of time that I got to know him. And then finally, to a couple of friends of mine that have kids, especially a friend of mine who's like a single father now. That's tough, but he does a really awesome job. So just want to throw that out as well to all the single fathers out there on Father's Day.
Yeah, because you don't hear that very often.
No.
You want to do this one, Cher?
I was like, we have the same father.
We have the same one, so we can talk doubly.
Overlap.
Well, who's the favorite?
You said I can go first, so that means I'm the favorite. I think my dad's the best. I mean, I know you guys have great dads, but
But you're wrong.
Everybody's wrong. Mine's the best. I guess I didn't realize it until I became an adult. Like, I've picked up so much from him. I think a lot of that is also being able to speak in public, because my dad's a pastor. I've seen him do that all my life, be in front of people, and I never thought I could do that. And I guess it's like the more I watched him do it, even when he was nervous and scared too, and he was still able to do it. And now that I teach, it's kind of along the same line, because I'm having to be in front of people almost every day or every other day. I kind of see him and me and him in that kind of way. He's taught me a sense of humor, so that's a compliment or apology, depending on how you guys take that. Your dad really didn't panic a lot. And so, my dad's pretty good at, if something bad is like, oh, well, there it goes, and he's pretty good at not like freaking out. If the leader freaks out, then everybody does, and then mistakes are made. Been married to my mom since day one, 40 plus years. I think he's the best. He's taught me how to live and what to do, what not to do, and I'm still learning that. That's my shortened version. But yeah, go ahead, Cher.
I'm sitting here thinking like, gosh, there's so many things to say. Which part
Now's
do you pick
the time
out?
to say them.
I know. Well, and like, Alan, you might relate to this because you're a girl dad too. I think girl dads are like, I guess they're built different, you know, because there's going to be that moment as a dad, you're standing in the tampon aisle and you have to do that because your daughter needs something. And there's been plenty of, I mean, he's got 3 girls, so he's had to go through this multiple times. That type of stuff doesn't faze him. He's had to do random weird things, and, you know, he just kind of takes it in stride. I think something that I've learned from him, I'm trying to figure out the way to say it, is to like to kind of stand up for yourself, but still do it respectfully. So like people shouldn't treat you any old way they, you know, instead of just jumping down someone's throat and getting upset, like you can still talk to them respectfully and calmly, but firmly in a way that they know you mean business. And he's very good at that. And I think that's something that I'm still learning, but hopefully I can kind of pick up, you know, what he's taught me. So one of my many stories that I could probably say about my father.
He's the best.
That's lovely. To everyone that's listening, and if you are a father or you have a father, everybody that's listening does, be sure to join us in wishing them a happy Father's Day.